What is up, guys? RSC6414 here, back with another video. This time I'm reviewing WWE NXT. Overall, I gotta say that the show is pretty good. I enjoyed it. Probably one of the better ones I've seen the past 2 or 3 weeks. I'd say it was the best one. First match we have is there's 5 matches tonight or 4 matches, I should say. The first one we had was Summer Rae versus Emma, semifinals for the NXT Women's Championship Tournament. Paige won last week over Alicia Fox, so she's in the final, so the winner would take on Paige. This match was pretty good. Going in, I thought Summer Rae would win for sure, since Summer and Paige were in a feud before this tournament started. I thought it made the most sense. So I'm going to go ahead. There was a suplex on Emma for a near fall. Summer had Emma in a lot of submission maneuvers where she would use her arm, like an arm submission maneuver, but she'd keep her foot pressed on Emma's neck. Emma would eventually get out of those, and later on in the match they'd exchange roll-up pinfalls for near falls, and then Emma would roll Summer Rae up and would roll her up for the win. So Emma is advancing to the finals of the NXT Women's Championship via roll-up pinfall after they exchanged various roll-ups. I thought it was sort of a weird way to end it, but I wanted Summer to win. I thought it made the most sense, but whatever. I guess it makes sense for Emma to be the underdog here, and Cinderella story kind of thing, I guess. I don't know, but it'll be Paige versus Emma in a couple weeks for the finals for the NXT Women's Championship. So that'll be interesting. Excited to see that. Even though I already know who won, it'll be a good match. Next match, I got Sami Zayn versus Leo Kruger. This was the best match in my opinion of the night. Really good stuff. 10 minutes probably, 10, 12 minutes. Back and forth action. There were a couple of moments you didn't know if they were going to kick out or not, which is always good. Suspenseful. In the middle of the match, Leo Kruger delivered a vicious spine buster on Sami Zayn for a near fall, and then Sami Zayn delivers a cross body later on in the match on Leo Kruger for a near fall. I thought that moment he could be out. And then Leo Kruger had Sami Zayn in various submission maneuvers where Sami Zayn would eventually counter and get out of them. And then right at the end of the match, Sami Zayn was on the top rope after he delivered a move on Kruger. Kruger was down. I guess he was playing possum. He gets up on the ropes and delivers a big old superplex on Sami Zayn off the top rope, and then puts Sami Zayn in the GC3, which is actually the submission maneuver, or the inverse key lock, I guess is the real name of it, but it's the GC3 is what he calls it. And Sami Zayn ends up tapping, and Leo Kruger wins via submission, via the GC3 or inverted key lock, whatever you may want to call it. But great match there, really good stuff, enjoyed it. Next thing we have Mason Ryan versus Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, handicap match. Ryan beat Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy previous couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and in singles action, so they thought, why not make this a handicap match? Enzo Amore comes out, talks trash, says him and Colin Cassidy are going to beat Mason Ryan. Going in, I thought this was going to be like a Ryback kind of thing where he just annihilates them, but it didn't happen. This match was probably the worst one of the night, I'd say. Probably 4 or 5 minutes long. Mason Ryan started off tossing him around the ring. I thought this was going to be a squash match for sure, but it lasted 3 or 4 minutes. Mason Ryan had Colin Cass had Enzo Amore on his chest and holding him, about to deliver a big old slam on him. Colin Cassidy knocks Mason Ryan down. Enzo Amore lands on Mason Ryan, pins him for a near fall, and then the same thing happens, but this time Colin Cassidy's cradled in Mason Ryan's arms. Mason Ryan's about to deliver a big old slam on Colin Cassidy, but Enzo Amore comes from behind and just chops his leg. Mason Ryan's leg gives out, and then Colin Cassidy lands on him and slams him for a 1, 2, 3. Colin Cassidy and Enzo Amore end up beating Mason Ryan. This is sort of surprised. I thought this was going to be a handicap squash match, but that wasn't the case. Pretty good action, not great. I'd say it was the worst match, but so probably wasn't great action. But I guess this will start a feud between Enzo Amore and Con Cassidy and Mason Ryan, so we'll see how that goes. A couple segments. We find out Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte, is going to debut next week against NXT Diva Bayley, and that match will happen next week. And then we also find out that Ric Flair appeared with Charlotte, his daughter, when they announced that Charlotte was going to debut against Bayley next week. Then we also find out there's going to be a triple threat match next week to determine the #1 contender for the NXT Championship, which is currently held by Bo Dallas, obviously. The people in that triple threat match for the #1 contender will be Sami Zayn, Antonio Cesaro, and Leo Kruger. That'll be a great match. Can't wait for that one. So then that brings us to the main event after those couple segments, which is the Wyatt family, Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, and Bray Wyatt versus William Regal, Corey Graves, and Adrian Neville. This match was the second best match. It could arguably be one of the best match of the night, but I have to go with Sami Zayn and Kruger. But this match was really good too, really enjoyable. First thing we have, Rowan delivers a big old slam on Adrian Neville for a near fall, and then after that he delivers the trying to think what else happens. Oh yeah, hot tag on William Regal. Neville was in the match for about 7 or 8 minutes, getting thrown around the ring by Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. And Bray Wyatt's obviously in this match, so he got in some offense too, but Adrian Neville delivers a hot tag, tags William Regal. Regal comes in, clears the ring, just going at it, and it looks like he's about to take him out, but he doesn't. Bray Wyatt eventually gets tagged back in. Eric Rowan gets taken over the ropes, clotheslined by Corey Graves, and Corey Graves goes over the ropes with Eric Rowan. Then Adrian Neville comes in, delivers a front flip over the top ropes, almost like a front flip dive, suicide dive, I guess you could say, and takes out Rowan and Neville. So all those men are down. Luke Harper gets taken out, and then that just leaves Bray Wyatt and William Regal in the ring. Regal's already down. Bray Wyatt, I guess, comes in, picks up the scraps, delivers the Sister Abigail, or the swinging reverse STO, I guess is the proper name for the move, but he calls it the Sister Abigail. It's his finisher, delivers it on William Regal, and wins via pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt pins William Regal for the W. The Wyatt family win. This makes the most sense in my opinion. But good match, really good show. I thought this week better than normal. Shows are generally pretty good, but this one was better than the past couple weeks, I thought. So yeah, I had some good 2 or 3 matches on there. Overall grade I give is a 5.5 out of 10. I'd say above mediocre. So pretty good stuff. 5.5 out of 10 is my overall grade. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Check out NXT this week's episode. Check out my other reviews and other videos, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.